what made Cortez be the match for you that made sense as opposed to somebody maybe like an Arsenal, somebody of like a higher tier that people would deem as a higher tier?
I mean, I really don't be giving a fuck who I better.
Mm.
I know that sounds crazy, but I don't be having like hit lists. I've never turned in no list to them niggas. I've never whatever they call me about for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I be open to whatever as long as the negotiation process is favorable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, um, at the end of the day, I'm in it for competition. I'm also in it for the financial aspect of it. So if the financial aspect of it is covered, and
Oh shit, went mute. Hey, can you kind of
yeah, my
off,
bad.
you kind of out the
I got
shot too a little bit. All we can see is like,
top of my.
yeah,
I got
there we go.
nigga called. What's it called? Y'all can see me now.
Yeah, you good right
Oh,
now.
yeah, you good, you good, you good.
My bad. Nigga, Ab just called me. So what I was saying is that I'm like I'm more. It's more about the opportunity than it is about the specific opponent for me. You know what I'm saying? So when they call me and they're like, "Yo, this the card that we got an idea, and it's what we want. We want to see you potentially in the card." Um, Even if I don't necessarily like the matchup, I'm not saying I didn't. Um, I'm cool with it because the opportunity was good. But I'm saying,
Yeah,
like Snake Eyes wasn't necessarily ideal for Summer Impact, but it was Summer Impact. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Now,
yeah,
now,
it's more variables there than just the name.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not
That
the not the downplay anybody.
that's true. And I will say Cortez coming off of that tournament, he's got a lot of traction. So even in that regard, it kind of
Does he?
yeah. Like I thought. I mean, he ended bad. He ended with the rum nitty with the loss and the choking, but I thought
He
two
ended
out
getting 30.
So if he got a lot of attraction, why he battling me?
because you got a lot of traction. I think so. You
So
yeah yeah
Yeah.
because you had a really dope battle in the main event, pretty much on the road in somebody else's backyard of John John, and you just
Mhm.
smoked
you
Jim.
mean pretty much on the road. What you mean pretty much?
I mean,
Why that qualification?
because it's his home, but it ain't his home. It's his
He's lived
league.
there.
Man, this
He's
is
lived there.
home.
He lived there 16 years, 15, 16 years.
Yeah, but the crowd don't necessarily. Everybody isn't there for John John. We're not gonna lie.
His
Like
whole family was there.
What?
his whole family was there.
It was a whole section of the venue that was just his people, literally.
Yeah, but what percentage of that, if you add that up with the rest of the
Like a
crowd?
hundred niggas from his people. It was a whole section of VIP that was marked off. It was like 100. That was there. This is that.
I got it. I
That was
got
his.
it. I need the facts. I need to see. I need to see the tickets for that.
All right. So look, it's easy. Henny got a video on his page, right? Shout out Henny. If you go look, he's on stage and he records.
Okay.
There's a whole section that you can see if you look towards the left of his camera. It's a whole section of the crowd. His mother's literally in the front row. You can see everybody that's here there to
Okay.
support him. Like his whole like I'm not that's not like hyperbole or like exact. It probably was more than that, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
But there's a whole section of the crowd where you couldn't even walk over to.
I mean, well, so that
They
buffers
had it.
my point then. Like, so you was facing real adversity on the road on a true road
Yeah,
game.
when you yeah, not facts, but you just said kind of like a road game. I just wanted to make sure
Oh,
it's not
okay.
like it
Well,
was a
hey,
road game.
we can retract that. A true
Yeah,
road game. And
yeah,
and,
that's all I was. That's all I was
and came out of that like
unscathed.
yeah, you
Unscathed.
unscathed. Smoke gems, poor gems. So
Shout out Jim. Jim did good. Shout out Jim.
I'm not here to say he did good when he didn't.
I respect it.
He didn't. He said he didn't. I watch a shout to him on as a media guy. Like he's
Yeah.
really dope. He said he dropped the ball on that. But so I would say like people want to see more of you after those two performances. Like and like
Respect.
and so and especially this guy here, he puts you in
That's
all
my
these.
guy, man. Nico been a supporter from day one.
Yeah, he has, and he got at me for some of the whole who's the running a new era between you and Swamp, and then the new guys. He's been consistently saying it's your world out here. So, all right,
Yeah.
that's cool. But
I mean, we got the facts to back it up though. That's the thing.
you got everybody.
Like, okay.
I can bring facts and things and
Mhm.
stats for Swamp too. It's not like completely one sided here.
I don't look at it like a me and Swamp thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole
Really?
bunch of niggas right now. Nah, it's me and Swamp thing.
I think because you guys
Swamp,
can't,
Swamp.
you guys, yeah, you two was before this class of Sick and Easy. Easy been around for a minute, but I'm talking about
I'm
in
about to
terms.
say, but so is
Yes,
never mind. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not here to discredit nobody. I'm not about to.
See,
But
yeah, yeah.
everybody's been here before me, bro. Everybody. It's not
I,
one nigga. It's not one
of
nigga in
course.
this whole shit that's not that. They've all been here before me. Everybody.
Yeah, but you know what we mean. We talking about
Nah.
yeah when the URL started the band series that
Yeah.
truly highlighted because my man shout out to E Echo the Light who's like he's no
It's my guy.
that's those guys including you Fuse the General Swamp versus Your Honor they kind of wiped away of a format that was a little bit dated and brought that band series in and reached to new levels. Like people were talking about you and Swamp who weren't even there. So when you factor that in with what you guys gained after that, it just brings a new breed of class. Like you guys separated from the class that superseded you guys before, just based on when it comes to instant recognition, instant
Uh,
impact, and things of that nature.
okay. So look, this why I mean. Let me qualify that statement because you're crediting one thing while discrediting another, and I don't think that it's quite fair. It's accurate, but it's not fair. And I say that it's not fair because um, we were given an opportunity like everyone else. It just so happens that because of the band label, we were able to capitalize off of that last bit of YouTube fame before the YouTube went away. Now I say that to say that it was my first. That was my first. That first PG y'all saw me in was my first PG. That wasn't Swamp's first PG. That wasn't anybody else that you've seen. That wasn't none of those guys' first opportunity that you saw them. It was just the first time that they gained notoriety, which meaning that on the URL platform, my first time you saw me, I got 300,000 views. Whereas not everybody else they've not capitalized in that same fashion. So to try to be dismissive of everything that happened prior to us getting the new imprint, I don't think it's fair because there were a lot of niggas that benefited from it prior to there being a band. The Twerks, the Geechees, the Mike P's, the Avs, all of these other niggas that came up that was on the scene, and they literally took advantage of a bandless scenario and were able to gain as much, if not more, notoriety than myself and Swamp at that time. So the process, yes, it changed, but we literally it's not as if the work wasn't put forth for us to have that opportunity, and niggas were there prior to us that had opportunities that just didn't seize them.
Yeah.
So that's just my counter argument.
All right, but the names you brought up were the Twerks and people like that. When it comes to the people who weren't, I would guess say because this shit to me, I've never compared it to basketball. I think it's a poor analogy. I think it's a lazy analogy. I think
For the most part,
I think yeah
it is.
yeah absolutely. It got more. It's way more theater than just your typical sports. I feel like it's a mix of MMA and wrestling.
One second. I'm about to let Av. 1 second.
I hope you can hear me because I was about to smoke you. I'm letting you know that right now.
Led, you already dying on this show, bro. You're dying on this show, dog.
Nico, I throw you every time. I'm just slow playing it, man.
My bad.
No, you good. But my whole point is, yes, there were people that succeeded before the ban, but to me, like I said, it's like MMA. Also, in the sense of with MMA, there's a turnover. Like the dude who was the man in this class for doing this, there's a whole new slew of guys that's doing so much different shit, and not necessarily new to the mainstream, but new.
Yeah.
But once they're brought into the forefront, they're like, ooh, that's a different. Like Yana was a different energy. Like when you came, different energy. It doesn't really matter the years of time in. It was just something that the masses haven't saw. So
it does matter. It matters.
Well, it matters in the accomplishments that we're ranking. Like you did it in a shorter span of time. Absolutely. But I'm talking just more so of for the masses who don't know that history. Because
I got you. Now, granted, I got you. I
gotta look. I always look because I'm in tune, but I gotta look at it. It's bigger than me, so I gotta look for the casuals because there's more casual fans who watch battle rap than diehards. Like
hardcore, yeah.
So you know what I'm saying. So all I'm saying is, when people saw you guys and it was word of mouth spread it, that shit hit like live wire, and you guys stood out. You, Swamp, even Your Honor to a different degree. But
Yeah.
I think that for me, the reason I went with Swamp, because I know that's what Nico wanted to get at, is with all things equal, to me it was equal during that period of time. Now, granted, this is before your John battle, this is before other battles you had. I felt like if I had to swing the vote, it had to go to who won the head-to-head. I feel like that's the tiebreaker in that. And Swamp got that.
Why he won?
Why he win? Why did he win? Obviously, because you weren't clean for most part of the battle, and also, what?
For all of the battle, I wasn't clean. Respect to him though. Shout out him though. Shout out him. And I'm not about to discredit Swamp. That's why I say I don't really look at it as a me versus Swamp thing. Like I'm not. Only time I'm competing directly with Swamp is when me and him was in the ring. Now that me and him ain't in the ring, we don't directly compete no more. Like, there's enough room, there's enough food, there's enough everything for me, him, and every other person to eat this shit. I just don't look like it's my guy. I don't really look at it like this is another good personal thing. I don't look at it like me versus Swamp. I get the comparison. I understand where you draw that from, especially with this, like the timing of it, like the whole picture you just painted, perfect. But I just don't think of it in them terms. That's all I was really getting at. Like, my guy, I'm not ever competing with nobody in this shit directly until we're locked into battle. Once we're locked into battle, now you and I are competing. But outside of that, man, let's just get money and be black men. Prosperous black men. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for you, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, there you go. I'm still going with Swamp. With all that being said, for that period.
Going. You said going with Swamp for what?
When we had that, we had to talk, and when you was like, oh, it's a new URL, and Ace Amin is the head of the class, and
I told you even after that battle happened, I still had Ace over Swamp.
I know you've been very loyal, very loyal.
But bro, it's not even about being loyal. It's just
I think he trusts his eye.
It's just okay. Look at the. They both had before he battled Snake Eyes. They both had two battles. They had the PG, and then they had a battle right after that. I think for Swamp it was Don Marino, and I think for Ace it was Burt Bucks for you?
Had Burke and AJ the night one, yeah.
Burt, okay. So then you battled Snake Eyes main stage, right? Now, regardless of how y'all had that result, I had him winning. Some people had him losing. It's debatable. He go from that battle main stage to 30 in Jay the night one.
Yeah.
By the time you get to Swamp, you already up like 2. You already, you know what I'm saying? So by the time you get to a head-to-head matchup, okay, I'll give you the dub.
So what about?
But it's not like you went up 5 because you won.
What
nigga,
about,
it's still close. It's damn near even to me.
Nico, you know Swamp.
Keep it real, bro.
You know Swamp wasn't sitting that whole time.
We're talking about the work, man.
You do realize Swamp was actively battling as well.
I didn't say he wasn't. But there's other. But do you have a main stage?
At the time, no, he didn't.
Because I could go even for right now. I still told you I got Ace top 3 out of all the new. You want to put real 6, easy, fines, put all them in the mix. I still got Ace top 3 right now. And this new era class, easy, top 3.
Yeah, they put me in this class. Okay. I'm like, yo, they put you in this class? I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I don't. That's why I was about to get at. Like,
I put it in the class just in terms of new era. Just
new
to
era,
me, to me, new era is just battlers who started.
Me and Nico, we ain't did that whole rookie shit. Like, we more just
I don't. No rookie. It's just new era in terms of you guys aren't from the old DVD era. You guys are from the old URL era. You guys are of the new era battle rap. That's what I qualify.
Yeah, we don't do that rookie shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, top 3. I would agree with that too. Like, he got main event matchups on different leagues. Yeah, I was just talking about at the time, brother. You're not about to try to do that. I see what you did though. That was slick.
Revisit this conversation after tomorrow, bro, man.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say. Revisit this conversation after tomorrow, bro, man.
Okay, speaking of tomorrow, because I do want to get into that some more with Cortez. Now Cortez has stated, like, on Mav Show and things like that, like, oh, you know, those past battles, I was only like 60-70% because I just didn't want to battle. Like, now every battle I'm taking is for a reason. That's what basically he said to some degree. Like, he has
money.
He gains plan.
Money is a reason. Money is a motive.
Are you talking for the tournament or this battle too?
Period. Every battle, there's a battle. We don't be rapping for free. You know what I'm saying? He's saying I take it for every reason. Like, I compel everyone that niggas been saying, like, niggas been telling me, and I'm gonna talk my shit because I haven't been talking no shit. I just been kind of just playing it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But niggas been, oh man, if that Cortez in the tournament comes, you're gonna be in trouble. Official Cortez, go back and watch that. And please tell me why I'm gonna be in trouble. Please actually go back and watch that battle. Go watch what he did, and then go watch what I did against Jim, since we're comparing performances.
You weren't impressed?
And tell me why I should be afraid.
Are you saying you weren't impressed, or you just saying his don't stand up to what you did?
I'm not impressed. It's not level. It's levels, bro. I'm not impressed. No, I'm not impressed. No.
Wow. You're not impressed with a 30?
Niggas be easily impressed. Like, I'm not impressed. Huh?
Not impressed with a third. With
what happened?
None of the material against Official.
With Official choking every round. It was a few. He had a few bars. I like the Home Depot. I like that. We'd be in front of your Home Depot. I love that. I love that bar.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like pushing the envelope, shit that I would have said or wouldn't say, it's levels, man. It's levels, bro.
Oh man. But I mean,
levels,
that was one battle. He also battled Jack Boy.
He lost that battle. He got ruled in his favor, but he lost. He lost that battle.
Okay, whether you got him winning or losing, the material was that impressive in that battle?
No.
Yo, Ace, you got to cut this out, man. You got to cut this out.
Hold on. What do you mean he got to cut it out? He's telling you his opinion on the man material. It wasn't impressive. It wasn't impressive.
Oh.
So that means you.
What's your profession? What do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh no,
if you don't mind discussing.
Well, we can talk about that. I'm very transparent with the viewers here. Before the COVID hit, and we're getting back into that too. I ran a company that does events for festivals. So like EMT units, security units, I oversee that for festivals, sporting events, marathon, all type of shit. So that's what I do.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So because of that technical expertise that you garnered, you developed doing that, do you think that there's a way that you view that field that the commoner doesn't?
Absolutely.
Do you believe that? Like, do you have an eye for being able to know how that business functions and what is correct and what isn't correct in that business? What is state of the art in terms of what's current? What's the most current methods of being able to be effective in that field?
Yeah,
you feel like you're
what's the current
standard?
With that? The current standard, yeah.
Yeah. So you're more aware of that. You'll be more aware of how to manage that and what it entails in order to be at that level than like a commoner like me who has no experience in that field. You think that you got that like a little bit right?
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm not looking at Cortez with the same eye you're looking at Cortez at.
But the difference in that analogy, he's in the same profession as you. He's not.
That's my point. You're not. You don't rap. I rap. I don't look at him the same way that you look at him as a person that doesn't rap. You look at him as a fan. I look at him as a nigga that does this shit. I don't see him the same way that y'all see him. No offense to you or him.
No, none taken, because I battle rap before. But
oh, okay, like once or twice.
My record, like 4 times.
Okay, how'd you do?
3-1. I got smoked in a tournament when I was a kid.
Okay, respectfully.
Hell.
This was yeah, I see Nico laughing because Nico currently battle raps. Like, he got actual like shit on YouTube. Check him out, Nico Media. So
respectfully, I'm gonna check him out.
Yeah, he was on.
The West would have never respected me if I didn't jump in the ring, and I'm covering them.
Yeah, that's a fact. He was on the riot. So but yeah, I was a long time ago. Joe Dumars Fieldhouse. Shout out to legendary Joe Dumars. But
say that.
So no, I get what you're saying. Of course, when you're at this level, you're going to have much more of a in-depth perspective on somebody that's doing something that you're doing, and you, especially with a pen and the skill that you got, it's not going to phase you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, there's also peers of yours in that building that were oohing and on to the same thing, to some of the lines that.
Yeah, it was. You didn't ask me if it was good. You asked me if I was impressed by it.
So he had good material that just wasn't impressive.
It don't move me. It don't move me.
So Jack got him 3-0?
It doesn't make me say, fuck, I'm afraid to do that.
So Jack got him 3-0?
Nah, Jack didn't get him 3-0. It was 2 debatable rounds.
Okay.
Nah. Jack didn't get him 3-0. Jack got him 2. Jack material is material that because he like, believe it or not, Jack is super intricate. And if you don't listen, if you don't know, like, he's a watch back nigga in terms of his energy is for the now, and he has bars that cater to the now. He'll get reaction. But in terms of actually breaking down his material, it takes a watch or two. It takes a second watch. It takes a second or third watch. It's not just shit that you can. He's not as easily as digestible as Cortez is. He's a lot less straightforward. You know what I'm saying? So because he has a roundabout method of getting where he's going, it's a little bit harder to weigh his shit in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Cortez lays it out in front of you, no freaky. He lays out where he's going, what he's doing in front of you. He has a very deliberate approach. There's no like cunning.
Some say that about you though. Like you can be layered and take. It might take a second or third watch for you in some instances. Do you think that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna add shit that's gonna be there that you can get right there and there too. I'm different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want.
No, pop your shit. Pop. Go talk your shit.
Just revisit this shit after the mom, man. Just revisit, man. Just revisit this conversation and this stance that you might have. Because this is like the time I'm gonna get a respectable quote unquote opponent, and now like at home or a neutral ground, not as
what happened
delineation and ability when it comes to me and whomever else. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm niggas don't, for whatever reason, niggas let the other shit, prison shit, the interview shit, the Beasley cousin shit, the he be choking shit, the fighting, the bumping, the John, they let that shit distract me from just listening to what I be saying. And I just want people to just take a second and listen to what the fuck I be saying tomorrow, and then they can go from there.
Do you ever?
You know what I'm saying? That's it. Like I get it. I make it hard to just outright just weigh my balls.
Do you ever look at? I don't know this, but do you ever compare your material that you have in the current battle against something you've done before and say this is way better than this, or you just kind of like
every battle in terms of approach, methodology, understanding what I'm doing. I'm getting better. I've only been battle rapping 2 years, like I tell them, for like 2 years total, period.
I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. For those who are just coming in.
And how to get to what I do better. I'm still becoming more efficient. I'm still understanding the economy of words better. There's still things I'm mastering, things that I'm picking up on. I'm actively doing it. Like I'm not a nigga that's just resting on my laurels that believes that I made it and I'm good. I'm actively trying to find ways to get better and improve what I do.
What's the legitimately? What's the one thing you think you need to work on still to this day? The main thing, if you think it's multiple.
Nah, it's nothing. It's nothing like. It's just getting better at what I do. It's literally like it's an overarching thing. It's not any wonder. I can rap with anybody on earth. I can just outright rap and I can rap with anybody. In terms of how I'm presenting those raps, delivery, knowing when to enunciate, when to really go all out on the pronunciations and to emphasize certain things, learning where to pause, learning how to word things so that it's more efficient, so that it draws the point without using as many words. Learning when to draw things out, learning when to tap into the conviction of believability, learning when to tap into the super lyrical miracle placement is basically what I'm getting at. Placement is probably the biggest thing, just placement. But in terms of the overall skills, I just got to keep working on my whole skill set as a whole and not get complacent.
I think that was Mike P who was on record saying you're the best rapper on the planet right now. So.
Yeah, pure rapping. Like he was talking about just like rap. Yeah, I rap pretty good, man. Shout out Mike. I fuck with him, but I can't say that. Obviously, I'm not gonna be the one to say, "Oh, I'm a better rapper than anybody on the planet." Not right now. Just revisit this after this battle tomorrow. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. Like revisit.
And the face-offs is tonight. I don't know if Tez is there. Is he gonna be there or not? But
yeah,
if he does show up. Because the face-offs go either way, right? Some guys like to play that quiet, like, I ain't got much to say. I'm going to let the work speak tomorrow shit. Or some people just going to be there to just really talk their shit and let it know what it is. Like, what do you think his approach is going to be at this face-off, and what is yours outright? Like, are you going to just talk your shit?
He's going to play chess. I read rooms, man. I do what I want to do. So if I feel like being on some bullshit, I'm going to be on some bullshit. If I don't, just right then when I walk in, depending on how I feel. I feel like being in my full-on promotion bag, I'm going to promote. If I feel like I'm good, then I'm good. But he's going to play chess. He can't. He don't dictate too many terms in it, and he can't alienate. Nah, that's facts. And he can't alienate the little goodwill he got right now. So he can't go in there and talk too crazy, and then create the vibe where he's no longer the underdog, quote unquote, that he wants to be, even though he's not in this situation, and he shouldn't be. You
don't think he's the underdog? And what is the polls?
Hell no.
The polls don't say he's the underdog.
Really? Okay, I haven't checked. That's why I wanted. Damn. Because if
He's
we're
the
getting
overwhelming favorite.
that's crazy
He's
because
the overwhelming favorite.
if we're
It's
getting
not crazy.
to me it is because I feel
It's about like this shit ain't got nothing to do with skill. Niggas, bro, you think battle rap got to do something with skill? You think niggas give a fuck about skill?
Of course
you
not.
You think niggas vote based off of skill? You think niggas care about that?
But I would think even if it's not about skill, common sense will have to come into play at some point.
No common sense. Ain't no common, bro. That falls into people having a sound logic, like people applying or a sound set of logic. That ain't what niggas is. That shit is emotional.
I'll take that.
It's a popularity contest. Niggas is clicking on who they want to win, not who they think is gonna win.
Yeah, well,
he's more known. Like no matter what we do, like unequivocally, he's the more known and established battler of us two. No matter how I might feel about or however whomever feel, he's definitely the more known, the more established, the more proven, the more tested, the more everything battle rapper out of the two of them. Yeah. He's been around way longer. He's more familiar. More people know who he is in more parts of the world. They know who the Cortez is. They don't know who no fucking Ace Amin is.
I think when it comes to like inside the caffeine, because I notice a lot of the like when it's voting outside of that, when it's on Twitter and on social media, a lot of that shit don't carry over into the caffeine. It's like a whole different world in there. Like I said, sometimes the caffeine chat is like turns into the shade room almost and shit sometimes. So with that being said, like people know that you've had stellar performances on there. Like people, I don't know if people forgot that he was on Ultimate Madness doing work. And then, you know what I'm saying, even like I said, the gyms battle, like you've been on that platform in that area that people say, like, and I'm hearing this from the top to all the names, like in that caffeine, the studio production setting, it's like a different energy. Like, can you speak on that? Like what, like for those who probably won't ever get there and be in that building, like what do they mean by that?
It's his own environment, man. Like every room, I mean, part of the job. Part of the job is being able to go in there and read the room. And that room is different in terms of setting, in terms of the size of the room, in terms of who's there, who's in the audience. It's not like a typical battle event. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta really go in there and overpower the environment to get what you want off. Just keeping it 100. Like you gotta really impose your will on those people in it. Because a lot of times, because of how sterile the environment seems, niggas be scared to react at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, they don't want to make noise type shit. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Even though it's a lot of motherfuckers in there, it's on some shit like it's a set. It just seems like a place that you're supposed to be like golf-like. You're supposed to be, like, the etiquette seems like it's supposed to be different than when you're at a typical battle event. So niggas aren't right. If you notice, it's just not a whole bunch of excess noise when you're there. Not a whole bunch of excess talking, not a whole bunch of none of that. It's a set. So you got to be able to, in that moment, bring people back from the fact that they feel like they're in an alien place and then remind them that this is a battle event. That takes a different type of ability and presence. And you got to be cognizant of it at the same time. Like, it's not something that, if you don't realize you're fighting against it, you won't be able to fight that war.
So with that being said, from a strategic standpoint, being that you kind of want that, you know, that wake up type of vibe when you go into your rounds, does that kind of make you force you to front load like a lot of your haymaker or big material like into the first round to instantly get that?
Never. Because then you don't give people a chance to warm up. Why would you front load? Like, that's the dumbest. I mean, not dumbest, I don't want to sound like that, but it's not a very sound strategy, because after you front loaded, now you've got their attention, and then what, you don't got nothing else. You got their attention now, and then what is over? Yeah. Nah, you wanna spread them, no freak. You wanna spread the bars out and make sure that you place them. And like I was telling you, placement is more important than sometimes what you say. You can have a fire bar, but if you place it in the wrong part of your round, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like you anticipate where it's gonna build up and where it's gonna be received the best is important. You know what I'm saying? So
I just thought about that because I always say Suge front loads. I was thinking about him. So like, damn.
Right up, bro. Right up.
Let's get into it. Nico been waiting. We all been waiting. How you calling this, Nico? Ace Amin versus Cortez, man. Honestly, who do you got in this one and why?
I mean, I already told you I got Ace 2-1 clear. I think round by preference, I feel like if Cortez is on his A game, Ace on his A game, I feel like there's going to be some people who will debate for Cortez, some people who will debate for Ace. But to me personally, I always go with who's better. He's just better than him. Like, Cortez been here for a long time. He has the experience, but he's just better. I know you don't like the basketball references, but there's always a nigga who you've been in the league 12 years averaging 18, 20 points, and niggas look at you as a killer, but then here come a rookie averaging 30 or 25, 30, and they just that dude. Like, it's just, I'm no disrespect to Cortez. He's dope, but I just think Ace is better. So I expect somebody who's better to at least get 2 out of 3 rounds clear. At the very least, 2 out of 3. Now, the one round I'm saying could be debatable. I feel like it's just a preference thing because a lot of things in battle rap do come down to preference. But I expect you better. I expect a 2-1 clear.
They're going to prefer 5 material. It's okay material. They're going to prefer that, bro.
It's different. 2-1 either way, says Alexis Tyson. Debatable, says Hardcore Flavor in the building. Shout out to Flavor, man. It's different. Shout out to MM 2020 Miss. I hope you're having your good time in Germany. She's on vacation, but she's still tuned in. That's dope. All right, it's my turn, man.
Oh yeah, I don't know what happened to Nico.
No. I actually had a question from before we got into that, like, because you were somebody who has actually battled on big stages a couple times now. You know what I'm saying? And you've also been really good in the small room, quote unquote, as well. Like, is there any difference for you, like going into a caffeine type of setting where the big stage battles, like any takeaways from those moments that you would be able to use to your benefit with the caffeine room?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna give you 100. My shit froze up. I couldn't hear nothing you said. all I heard was moments that you'll be able to use in the caffeine room. That's all I heard.
Yeah, just you being somebody who's experienced on the big stage, you know what I'm saying, been on the big stage in front of, hundreds, thousands of people already, and then you've also been really good in a small room environment. Is there anything that differs between the two for you personally, and is there any takeaways from those big stage, big battles that you can use to your advantage in a caffeine setting for tomorrow?
Reading the room, being able to adjust on the fly, not losing the people. Pretty much. He been on big stages too, so you know what I'm saying? It's about utilizing explosiveness. I just feel like there's a different level in explosiveness. I don't think that high-end explosive moment capability, I don't think that we even in that regard. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? He could come in there, he could have, even in that battle, like I said, the 2 battles where niggas is like lauding him so much for these tournament battles that he won, there weren't a whole bunch of high-end moments in that. It was just good rapping. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'm going to give you something each round. I'm going to give you 1 or 2 things that you're going to go kind of crazy about. And I'm going to rap equally as good. You know what I'm saying? So, in terms of just being able to scale down, just being on the big stage, you're able to just kind of figure out what works and how to read the room. You know what I'm saying? And me having a little bit of, I thank God that I've been able to get some of that experience early on in my career, because a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? They got to fight their way onto a big stage, and then when they get there, it's a learning experience as opposed to being able to like really do something and then take away from it and then get another opportunity on the big
stage. Said, I got you 3-0, Aki. Ain't no 1 round for Cortez. Says
what do you prefer? Do you, like, if you just, your perfect world, you just like, man, I prefer to be on the big stage or in a small room? Like, what's your preference where you feel like, man, I love this more than the other, or is it equal to you?
Wherever the largest check resides.
Talk that shit. I like that. Talk that paper shit. I ain't mad at it.
Wherever the largest check, opportunity, eyeballs, wherever those reside, man, that's where I'm at. I'm not scared of nothing, man. I've been through some shit in life, bro. I'm not scared of getting booed, bro. If I'm gonna get booed, I'm gonna get booed, bro. Like, it is what it is. I've been through way worse. I've never seen a nigga get booed and die. Never seen it. Never seen a nigga get booed and get a life sentence. Like, I'm cool. Niggas want boo, they can boo. That's the worst thing that can happen to you on the stage, on any stage, small, big, in between, intermediate. The worst thing that can happen is they don't like your material. That's it. Go home and do it again. I'm not worried about it. Like, I can rap.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Ace in this one too. 2-1 for different.
Nah, don't go with Ace, man. Go with Swamp.
Oh, if y'all rematch, I'm gonna go with Swamp. I know.
No, you won't. You would.
I probably would. We don't know that. We don't know.
Nah, you wouldn't.
We gotta see what we got. I'll let you know who I got if y'all rematch after y'all 2 performances on this card. But
watch tomorrow. He gonna do good though. Just revisit this after tomorrow. I'm hoping he does good. I don't even want it to even turn to that. Shout out Swan. No, I ain't about to turn into that.
Yeah. No. Honestly though, I do got Ace for a plethora of reasons, man. One, be it he is the superior rapper. I think that's going to play out, especially I feel like from round 1 to round 3 is only going to like accelerate, meaning like the separation going to get clearer as the endurance plays a part. You know what I'm saying? And the stamina plays a part. I'm a big fella, but so I know about conditioning or the lack thereof in some instances. Cortez conditioning ain't built for this marathon, and this is going to be a marathon in my opinion. And breath control is going to be like very, very key in this. And breath control is a domino effect to words, stumbling,
delivery.
Yeah, it's a chain reaction to all of that. He's going to lack that, so he's going to be down in the battle off of that. Material wise, I think substance wise, I think he can have some really heavy substance material, but throughout the history of Cortez's shit, it's usually good for a round, maybe. Like people always praise the Hollow Hand battle. That it was the third round that stand out. You go back and look, the first and second wasn't much substance there. It was just like your standard punching and rapping. So I think Ace, I've seen him bring substance in not only just in pockets in different rounds, but also to a large degree every round. So in a small room, that shit is gonna echo, and it's gonna be really, really a different separation from round per round. And also, the thing that we can't deny is the haymaker ability. Like, I mean, I want to disagree, but I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, respect.
Cortez is really good, but he don't have those moments, and his ceiling isn't high for a moment. It's very level. He's gonna say something that might get a but he ain't gonna say some shit.
That's it. He just described it perfectly.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, that was nice, but he ain't gonna.
That was fire.
Yeah,
but it's never.
There you go.
Really that. Yeah. Really that.
So with those factors in mind, I got it. I don't know. I just really try to see this shit out and really come out with a real like educated guess to this. It's an inexact science. We'll see how it plays out. But that's what I got. I got Ace 2-1 in that.
Respectfully.
Cortez great at losing. Musa's disrespectful. Disrespectful. I see you. All right, but yeah.
Okay, but I'm even another thing in this battle too. I'm gonna look at, bro. I don't feel like when there was zero expectations for Cortez, that's when he looked like he was at his best. Nobody had expectations for him to beat official. That was like in terms of pressure, in terms of what people were looking for. Nobody expected him to go in there and just beat official. Well, and when he did that, it was like, oh shit, Cortez, okay, maybe he might be back. It carried over a little bit. I don't think as much, but a little bit to the Jack Boy battle. Right now, to be honest, like you've already shown that you're quote unquote back to whatever level fans say that he was at one time or whatever. So I don't really feel like even with this matchup, like there's a certain expectation on him to perform now. You're not going to get through, oh man, I'm going against somebody who's just superior. Oh, there's no expectations off. You just go out there and do good. We just want to see the old Cortez back. There's a certain expectation for you to go out there and show who you really is.
Right.
To me, that's how I look at it. Like, and I feel like in those situations, sometimes it's not always.
You already said you got him winning, man. We get it. We
just being thorough, breaking down the battle.
We get
that's
it,
all.
Man. Ace 2. Ace 2. No. Y'all not about to do that.
Talk good shit, man. Talk good shit, Nico.
I ain't even really been saying nothing, man. We just breaking it down. No. Ledge, there's another matchup on this card, though.
What's that?
And I want to see, Ledge, because I know we're going to be honest about stuff. What is it? It's actually the next battle, right? Head Ice and Av. Now, I'm just going to be honest, right? Let's just be real.
Be respectful, though. I know you about to say something really, really flagrant. Be respectful right now.
All I was gonna ask people to chat, people, you know what I'm saying, watch on. All I was gonna ask is, what do y'all want with that 30 piece? Y'all want a side of red beans and rice? Do y'all want, what I'm saying, mac and cheese? Y'all want a few biscuits? Because I'm gonna be honest, Ledge. At the conclusion of this battle, this where Head Ice gonna be. This where Head Ice gonna be.
I know you ain't changed. All right.
This I know you ain't. Gonna be right here, Ledge. He gonna be
I'm out of here. I know you ain't do that.
Ice.
I know you ain't do. I know you ain't send him up
This
there.
where he gonna be at right here, Lex.
I know you ain't.
This where he gonna be.
I know you ain't just send him up there.
It's cold in space. It's ice in space. Yeah, it's where he gonna be at right when that battle over.
All right, you done? That was so disrespectful.
All I want to know is what you want with the 30 piece. We know what that battle is, bro. Head Ice is dope at what he does, but there's just levels. And whenever he faces dudes who are bar for bar punching type style battle rappers, he is not won those battles. Gotti 30'd him. I was there. I was standing right there.
Yeah, you was. Yeah, you was.
There. I witnessed it right there, front and center. He got bodied. Big K, and that was one of Head Ice's best performances he ever had versus Big K. Big K got him out of there. Still. I can't believe.
Don't you ever change your background mid?
Listen, that's where he gonna be.
Don't you ever change your background mid?
Listen, man. I
can't believe he did
Ledge. It is what it is, man. That's where he going.
I got Av with a 30.
I got Av with a 32, but damn, man, we ain't.
I got Av with a 30. Man.
I got. I mean, if we doing,
Av said he got ice.
I forgot Av was even back there, man.
Hey, look. Head Ice gonna look up at once it go into like round 3. This is what he gonna see when he look up at that caffeine.
You better not have another.
It's gonna look a little different.
You better not have another.
It's gonna look a little different at that ceiling. He gonna look up. King of the Dot tournament. When's the King of the Dot tournament for Head Ice? He gonna be like, man, when that tournament coming. We already know what this battle is. Stop. We know what this battle is, man. And listen, respect to Ice.
You're being the complete opposite of respect.
Borealis, man, that's hilarious, man.
You're being the exact opposite of respect. Don't say
that's
do all that.
I'm not Listen,
don't do all that.
He will be Head Ice and he will be dope, but he does not do well against punchers. He does not do well against niggas who bar up. He doesn't. His best performance to me, one of his best performances I ever seen him have was versus Big K. That was him A game.
Okay.
And he lost clear.
Listen, man.
Battle Gotti. He was doing the same shit versus Geechee. I'm telling you, we was in Oakland, right? We was in Oakland. That nigga soul flying to San Francisco. His soul was flying all through the Bay Area. It was all through the Bay Area. The soul was flying. We just keeping it real. That's what happened. Listen. I was driving back to Sacramento after that whole event weekend.
Hey, y'all stop laughing in chat.
I seen his soul flying past me on the freeway. We talking about
a legend. It's not hilarious. What's your name? Freetown. It's not hilarious. Dog. We can say 30, but still be respectful. You ain't say no pros of Ice. What he could do.
I said this will be a dope Head Ice. I think he will be dope. Okay. People will be like, man, this is a style we ain't seen over here on URL in a minute. Man, we glad Ice is back over here on URL. He gonna lose the battle. Clear.
We ain't never getting the Ice.
Clear.
We ain't never getting
like, bro, if I go right now to Popeyes, wherever I go, let me get the 30 piece. And they're like, what do you want with that? There's always sides with how many pieces? You get the 2-1 piece, the 30 piece. Oh, what do you want with that? Oh, let me get mac and cheese. I don't know. Maybe mashed potato. Okay, you're gonna get your sides with it too. The biscuits for sure.
Biscuits
it's
fire.
Gonna happen.
Biscuits be fire. Damn.
It's gonna happen. Just with whatever your preference is, man. That's whatever it is.
All right.
Yeah,
well, let's move on. Ice, we ain't never getting the interview now, so thank you for that. That's over with. He ain't gonna fuck with this platform at all. I got Ice losing. I got Ice losing the Av 3-0. I wouldn't be surprised if he get around, but
I would.
All right. I can't. All right,
bro. I'm gonna be honest, bro. The only way I'm just being honest. Like I said, if a nigga is better to me, I'm always going to expect them to win. In this situation, his style just does not line up well versus an Av, bro. Like, Av not even just a puncher. Av does other shit, too. So
Alexis said enough. One of our dear supporters, the females hold this shit down to women. She said enough, man. You've done enough. So stop.
Party done.
Yeah. Yeah, the damage is done. Shout out to Ice.
And shout out the background, man. Shout out the space in the Aurora Borealis background.
Don't do that.
That's comedy, yeah. Niggas ain't gonna look up and see. That's literally hilarious, man.
That shit crazy. All right, so before we go to the next, there's no more 30s on here in your opinion, right? You got any more props for that, or what you see?
I don't listen, man. Again,
let's look at the card. Look at the card.
I'm gonna win clearly.
Look at the card. We got Head Ice. Let's talk about Chess and Kid Chaos. Fire matchup, I think. I like this matchup. I really do. Chess coming off.
I gotta see this battle. I don't like just even seeing it on paper. It's dope because they two really dope battlers and rappers. But I gotta see the battle because it's not really like a.
I got Kid Chaos.
Fire. It's kind of like I gotta see what happens with.
I got Chaos, bro. I got Chaos. I'm not gonna hold you. I've seen him at times. People like to box him into this like pen dude, and while his pen is dope, he can scheme, he can formulate angles and things like that. Like he can perform too. Like I think his performance, and I always say this, like performance isn't just like some shit that Hitman is some shit that Hitman does where he's like, on some shot, some shit with the brothers. Like anybody can do that. That's performance, yes. Like the
we won't.
Gun so big, my brother gotta hold me up. Yeah, that's cool performance. But performance is just little simple nuances shit too. Like knowing when to get in somebody's space, but then knowing when to back up, knowing when to look in the camera. Like
knowing when to engage the crowd. Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, like it's so many nuances to perform, and like shit. I feel like sometimes JC can perform with just like little hand movements to like make you feel like he's wilding out a little more than he is. Like it's almost like a car salesman, like just trying to lure you and make you believe some shit is a good car when it's not, when it's bullshit. Like Kid Chaos got that ability to perform, and I think that combination, along with he's been sitting, and I feel like you give somebody like that with that creative mind to sit on some material, I think it's going to be dangerous. Now, Chess was dope against Loso, even though I personally had Loso in that battle, and I'm in the minority. I feel like in that, but that's how I had it. But I think Kid Chaos.
Respect Loso.
Yeah, respect for sure. I look at Perkins laughing and say, "I can't stand you. Don't you ever call the show again. You done. You're done here." I got Kid Chaos with a 2-1. I won't say clear. I'll say edge. 2-1 edge. Who you got, Ace?
I ain't calling that one. I can't call it. No, I ain't calling it. I just want a good battle, which I think I'm gonna get. Can't call that one. That one I can't call. I got Av 3-0, but I don't. I got Av 3-0.
You got Av 3-0 with the moon and the stars and shit like this fool here.
With Hades, with Satan himself in the background, waiting with a pitchfork.
Oh my goodness, y'all two are unbelievable.
That nigga he going to ground dad. He gonna send that nigga to ground dad.
Bro, if it any other you match him up with a bar for bar nigga, it's not good. This little Kid Chaos and Chess matchup, like I said, I have to see it because I just. Like, if I had to just give a prediction for the sake of giving a prediction, I'd probably just say Chess. But I have to see what this battle looked like because on paper, when I seen it, it wasn't like, oh, shit, Kid Chaos and Chess. Yeah, I didn't get that type of reaction. It was like, okay, they both dope. I got to see how that really turns out before, you know what I'm saying? I guess I say Chess 2-1 just based off of his last work and Kid Chaos' last work in a one-on-one 3-round setting. I'll go Chess 2-1, but I got to see how that battle actually goes. You know what I'm saying?
Respectfully.
All right, that's fair, I guess. All right, let's go to Arsenal versus Real Sick. I already know what you about to say because you know who I'm gonna pick. But let me put this on record. I am not a sicko. He don't even have that as a fan club. That's some shit you just like, no. I just think, bro, he ain't really been having bad performances to my knowledge. I don't know on the small circuits. Well, he be on iBattle. He's an iBattle like guy over there, and I just seen him versus Jables. He was good there. He just don't turn out bad performances. I'm going with consistency. I'm going with a guy who's really able to break you down and make you like what he did to Danny is unforgivable. That was wild. Like he really got. Ain't Danny? Oh, he from the West, right?
He is from the West. Listen, yeah, Danny Myers' bald head is still floating through the parallel universe until that Jada Nightwing battle drops. Until that battle dropped, Danny is floating somewhere in this parallel universe right now.
Where he at?
Bald head's floating through the parallel universe.
Don't egg him on. Don't egg him on.
Oh, where he at? Hold on, man. We got to make sure we show where the bar. Hey, Danny, you finna have some company after this super fight, man. You finna have some company. He finna have some company pretty soon. He gonna have some company pretty soon. Hey, so you see where he at? He gonna have some company pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people done been to this parallel universe. A lot of people done been here, man. A lot.
Oh my God.
Y'all find that shit funny?
A lot of people have been here. So until the Jada Nightwing battle drops respectfully, you know what I'm saying? That's where Danny gonna be for a minute or two, man.
Danny, I'm sorry. This really wasn't meant to be about you.
Danny, my nigga, though.
Listen, West Legend, Danny is the bro, but I'm just saying, man.
They said Danny a snake way, man. They said Danny over there with King Kai.
Damn. I don't. All right, y'all too laughing and shit. Look, I got real sick. 2-1 in the dope battle. I think Arsenal is going to put his best foot forward. Like, I don't think this whole like fight for Jersey thing is at stake though. I don't think that, but I do think Arsenal put some of his best performances against more of the new era. Like he was good against Twerk, he was good against Geechee, he was good against Chess. Like it's something about that, because I think he was on record saying he was tired of battling people from his era. Like he wants to battle that new energy. You know,
he battled everybody.
Yeah, so
that nigga done battled everybody. He done battled my father. He battled my uncle. He done battled my step cousin. He done battled every goddamn. Who else he gonna battle?
Yeah, that's
true. About to battle some new niggas.
Yeah, so I think he's gonna be dope, but I think Real Sick is just like, it's his time, man. Is it like he one of them guys right now? So I don't see that stopping.
6-3-0, man. New era 3-0, 6-3-0.
6-3-0.
Easy.
Damn. Easy. Oh shit. All right. You might as well when you next time you on Zoom, you might as well download that fucking background he got, like the space shit. If you sending Arsenal up there.
Hey, I'm be honest. I don't have it being a 30. My personal opinion, I'll go Real Sick 2-1. But I feel like this is how it's gonna go. I feel like live, Arsenal will get a 2-1. I feel like when you watch it back, it'll be more clear Real Sick got that. Because I'm looking back at the Twerk battle and I'm looking back at the Gotti battle. I don't think Ars won either one of those battles, to me personally. But live, when you first watched it, that performance overwhelmed a lot of what people was listening to. They were just using their eyes. It's cool. He has a lot of energy, performance, and that's what he does. But I think when you go back and you really listen and breaking down the material, it's not really going to be that much of an argument. You know what I'm saying? But I can see a scenario where Ars will get a dub or a debatable dub live, and then watching it back, Real Sick will get that. For me, I'll go Real Sick just because his pen is better. He's as good or a better rapper than him, honestly. I will go Real Sick.
I don't think he's even going to win in the building, because I think it's just when this new era, new URL, all that shit. I just think it's a whole different time. Like they don't like the people that be in that building, whether it's peers, whether it's neutrals. I don't think they're easily as fooled as the.
Les, you know where this battle is going down at, right?
It's going down in the West.
Yes, and the West crowd don't care about none of what you talking about. They cheering for everything. I've seen if it's good, if it's entertaining, they're giving you crowd reaction.
Yeah, but I know from your experience, but that's more your feelings based on you being in the grassroots circles in the sections. In those
them same grassroots niggas be in that building. The same people be in there.
That's not gonna
look at the last couple of events that they've had since they've allowed more and more people in there. The same people I see at local events be the same people at these URL events. It don't really change.
That's not gonna play a part, man. I'm telling you why. Like because it's just as much as those people there are people there that supports like the newer guys, the guys that's like holding down the league right now. So that shit is going to even out, and niggas is not overwhelmed by Arsenal's performance bag like that. Like
maybe if you saying in the building it's not going to be overwhelming, or are you saying on camera it's not going to be?
Both. I think.
I've watched a lot of these vets. We be honest about this. I watched a lot of these vets versus quote unquote rookie or new era battlers recently in the last year or two. Mm-hmm. A lot of what the vets do, and it's a vet move, their material doesn't upgrade that much. But what does happen is their energy performance, that will upgrade. They'll put that on 10. I'll get a perfect example. JC versus Kid Chaos. I've always said Kid Chaos won that battle, but JC showed up and his energy and aggression was like, damn, we don't see this JC all the what the hell? And niggas used that and said he won. To me,
see what you said?
To me, I had Kid Chaos winning that.
But see what you said.
A lot of the vets do that shit. Arsenal did that with Geechee. They do that.
Yeah, but Ars, like, he's always that aggressive, and that I just don't think that shit is gonna be effective. That shit is not gonna be effective.
Nah, you seen him versus Danny. That wasn't the same Ars we seen versus some other people.
And what happened? It was neutral people in that building There were maybe a few for Ars, a few for Sick. I mean, a few for Danny. Danny got Ars up out of there. Ars' last impressive battle was a part of a 2-on-2 with who? Kid Chaos. New energy, new era guy. Like, that they played well off of each other. But, like, his recent performances ain't really been cutting it. I got Sick with it. I'm going to change it, man. I think it's going to be a clear 2-1, actually. I was going to say Edge. I think it's going to be a clear 2-1.
30. Don't be scared.
Nah, I ain't going to say 30. I really do think Ars is good for a round. I think it's gonna be the first, and then after that it's gonna be downhill. No, you been hearing some bar? You heard some sick shit?
Yeah.
Oh, so it ain't gonna be the first. That's what you saying?
It's not gonna be no round.
I would think, to be honest, this should be the best Arsenal because
it's not.
I don't know if it's a real narrative for him or if niggas like care about that kind of Jersey narrative, but what I've seen with him versus newer battlers, he shows up.
Yeah, but
I would think versus Real Sick, you would want to show up.
He gonna lose. Who else? He just been.
Like, I definitely think he's gonna lose. It's just the material. Like you got to break. Like when you go back and watch a battle, and you breaking it down. You got to break down the bars, and he just his material just not as good as Real Sick.
Didn't he battle? Yeah, Av smoked him. Who else smoked him? Like he ain't been looking too.
Av, that nigga still his spirit somewhere swag surfing right now.
Stop doing. I see what you doing, dog. Don't do that. I know what you're trying to do.
That nigga spirit. That nigga spirit. Something now. He swag surfing with King Von somewhere right now.
Oh my goodness. I know. Oh, wow.
That nigga somewhere swag surfing with Gaddafi.
Ace, you said he's surfing, right? He's surfing right up over here. He's surfing right over there under that bridge right now. It's still from that gnome. It's surfing, huh?
Where the fuck is you getting all this from? Like you got all this shit on.
Some waves on the way to LA right now. Catch your waves on the way to LA right now.
Swag surfing right there, right now, bro. Dread's wet as hell, man. That nigga out of here, man.
That was disgusting.
That was crazy.
Disgusting. Yo, you really got
man showed up to Norman through a pool party, man. Died. Died, bro.
Hey, look, you really gotta stop having all that shit just on standby like that. That's crazy.
Listen. Ace the one who's saying it. Listen, he said Arsenal showed up for a party, right? This is how he showed up to it. He showed up like this. He was ready for the party, right? That party turned into this. Surfing all throughout the Bay on its way to LA. And then that shit went right here with Danny, Jag, X Factor, and the rest of these niggas been at. It went right back here. They had a good progression, man. That shit went everywhere. Man.
We gotta get I gotta get through the rest of this car. I can't.
Bro, that's one of the wildest body bags on a big stage I ever seen, dog.
Ever, bro.
That was
so, and niggas tried to sweep that under the rug. They didn't want to drop the footage for mad long.
Casting battle, they tried to say that nigga, man. They out of pocket.
Yo, mama, I can't. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, are you watching this? Like, this dude has like 40 pictures on standby.
That's hilarious. Make sure that nigga went from the beach to the party to Skydad. Nigga went up there. Nigga was up there with Skydad and them, man.
So, all right, man. So yeah, those are the battles. And then we got T-Top versus Swamp in the match that's it's long overdue, man. Like it's this matchup been. Like,
I can't call that one.
This one been sitting for a minute. Nico, I'm gonna let Nico. You go first, bro.
T-Top get through his shit.
You go first, Nico. Who you got?
Man, listen. I might have to bounce out, y'all.
Hey, man. Hey,
if you don't mind, I don't mean to. You know what I'm saying? I got, I ain't been asleep yet.
No, go do your thing real quick, though. Real quick, Rum and Hollow. Rum?
Dang. Hollow my guy, Rum my guy, man. I hate that I had to come to this. If I had to bet my money, I'm betting it on Rum, though.
Rum. He got Rum.
If I had to bet my money, I'm betting on Rum.
Hey man, I feel you and I appreciate you. Like,
hey, Ace, you welcome in the West anytime, man. Anytime, brother. You welcome out here anytime, brother.
Oh my God.
I owe them niggas a battle. I told them niggas, I've been waiting for them niggas to book me, man. I'm waiting on them.
I'm about to holler at Gotti, man. We definitely got to get you on the ride for sure.
Him and Gotti is
100%.
Him and Gotti is like brothers, but
that's my guy.
Yeah. Nico will talk to him for sure and get that done. But you can talk to him yourself, so Nico won't take credit. But
good looking. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate y'all having me, man. I ain't mean to rush out like this, but I'm about to go take care of this shit.
You all good, man. The people appreciate you. The people appreciate you.
I'm gonna pull back up after this battle tomorrow. After you know what I'm saying. As long as I don't die, if I die, I ain't pulling back up. But if I go in that bitch and swamp that thing up, trust me, believe you won't see me. But if I don't, I'll be back.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Later.
Appreciate you pulling up, man.
All right.
That was Ace Amin, y'all.